Okay, so this is CJAG Consulting going over our project charter. The name of our project is an analysis of the applications of rotary steerable systems and mud motor directional drilling tools.
Now we'd like to introduce the CJAG Consulting team. In the upper left-hand corner, my name is Ashley Leggett.
On the upper right corner, my name is Jorge Pacheco.
In the lower left-hand corner, my name is Grant Caldwell.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, my name is Cameron Blomquist.
Thank you. The executive summary for our project is: the advancement of the petroleum industry has introduced different tools that can be used to accomplish the same tasks. The problem many companies face is not knowing which tool is best used in specific environments. The main goal of this project is to create an industry standard for which companies can decide which tools to better utilize.
The purpose of this project is to gain an understanding of the directional drilling tools used in the petroleum industry, to analyze the methods and tools used in horizontal reservoir developments in different regions of North America, and lastly, to develop an aid that can be used in analyzing decisions for horizontal reservoir developments. The global demand for petroleum has been on the rise for over a decade now, which has depleted the overall reserves. The need to produce more has required new technologies and methods to be developed in order for more reserves to be attainable. Due to the advancements of directional drilling, coupled with completion technologies in the industry, the United States has become a major producer in the global petroleum market. In order to make good business decisions that reduce expenses while increasing returns, a deep understanding of the technological development of these various new tools and methods is required to keep up with the demand of petroleum. The business objectives we plan to accomplish are: 1. To understand how each tool is made, and 2. To compare the economics of each tool.
The goal of our project is to determine which directional drilling tool will provide the most information at the lowest operating costs. We will focus on which environments are best for each tool, the costs to run each tool, and we will also compare the advantages to their disadvantages. We will accomplish these goals by researching the evolution of directional drilling tools and the current specs for the latest technology. We will also incorporate real data provided from the industry to recreate real-life scenarios. The requirement of our project is to complete all necessary research individually and to utilize the resources provided by our advisor, John Knowles, in analyzing the different tools. The constraints the project faces are the limited availability of well data in various locations and not receiving any funding to complete the project.
In our project, we are assuming that the rotary steerable systems and the mud motor with MWD directional drilling tools are the only two options when assessing these applications, situations, and economic aspects of the project. The highlights of the project include an overview of the history and evolution of the tools, a cost analysis of each tool, a situational analysis, and a comparison of the possible complications in specific environments. The resources we will use in our project include online professional engineering papers and industry data from our advisor and industry contact, John Knowles. The completion of our project will be predicated by obtaining a vast amount of knowledge on both directional drilling tools and being able to make a well-informed decision on which tool would be best to use given a certain scenario. The risks involved in the project are very minimal because this is an in-depth analysis project. The only risk we must be aware of is how detrimental our decisions as hypothetical drilling engineers are to the companies we may advise in determining which tool to use. Treating this project as a job rather than an unpaid project to maximize the experience as a whole would bring high-level risks into play. The deliverables of the project include 1. A brief history of each tool as they have evolved with the industry to explain the usefulness of the project. 2. A comprehensive list of the economics behind rotary steerable systems versus using a mud motor, including an in-depth cost analysis. 3. An idea of situational or locational preferences when deciding on when to utilize each tool. And 4, an explanation of the common limits of operations such as tool specs, thorough analysis of the common complications involved in using either the mud motor or the rotary steerable system.
In order to accept forward progress for our group, we decided to set up some milestone schedules. First and foremost would be the project start date, followed by the project charter and presentation date, followed by the beginning of the research completion date, following up with the progression presentation, and last but not least, the rig trip. And on this slide, we have a table that contains a summary budget based on the planned components and estimated cost required for successful completion of this project. The requirements for this project include 1. Learning about the history and evolution of the rotary steerable and the mud motor systems in order to understand the industry's necessity for these tools. 2. Completing a rig trip with an industry specialist in order to acquire more knowledge about each of these tools. And 3. To analyze the benefits versus cost of using one tool compared to the other tool in specific scenarios. These requirements will be met by following the milestone markers, scheduled and attending weekly meetings to share project updates, assign tasks, and ensure progression of the project. Lastly, we would like to thank you for taking the time and the effort in order to watch our video.